Well, hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. But unfortunately this morning, the disturbing news that my whole world is indeed a lie. I don't know what to believe anymore because I found out this morning, and I don't even know why this came up, but it did, and I really wish it hadn't. What is that called there? What's that thing? Come on, you know, snuffleupagus, right? Snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus. Turns out it isn't snuffleupagus at all. It's Mr. Snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus. Not snuffleupagus. It's a single P in the middle. I know one here, one bounce. But I did the research. And by that, of course, I mean I Googled it. Because I didn't believe the person who told me that it wasn't snuffleupagus. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to carry on. Nothing means anything anymore. Luckily, I've already printed out this story about this very interesting filing system that a private midwife seems to have in Christchurch, because a Christchurch man has found close to 100 medical documents floating down New Brighton's Bower Ave. These papers contain names, addresses, and the date of birth of women, as well as their lab results, ultrasound tests, and pregnancy summaries. Mr. Johnson has since returned all the papers after making copies. It doesn't say that, but I mean you would, wouldn't you? Especially if there were some people you knew in there. You might, don't you think? I hope all the people who already had those results, those lab results, and they didn't just find out by stumbling across a, imagine that, you're just sort of walking along. Oh, what's that? Ah, I've got what? It'll be a shocker. We're going to keep things medical. I guess that could work fine. Hard to get up on these big tall chairs, isn't it? Because LSD is apparently it could be useful in treating both addictions and depressing. Yes, that's right, depression. Apparently, people with psychological disorders could help those with LSD. I heard this story a few times on our news bulletins this morning, and there didn't seem to be anybody pointing out the fact that a lot of psychological disorders have been caused by LSD, and not to mention a lot of terrible music as well. So that was weird. I didn't feel like it was a balanced story. Just that Dr. Muthukumar Swami, I wanted to say that slowly so I could get it correct. It just says that he shows that his research shows that LSD dissolves and breaks down structured networks in the brain. Well, it certainly does that. I'm all in favour of that. I'm all in favour of breaking down your brain networks. Don't get me wrong there. That's what I'm trying to do right now. And finally, we have an inexcusable tie scandal out of Britain in the wake of the Panama Papers allegations against Cameron and Osborne and all those guys and their cronies. Quite a fracas in the Houses of Parliament. But I wonder if it was the offshore tax havens that were really causing the consternation, or whether it was the Speaker's tie. I mean, check that out. What is that about? It's no wonder nobody was taking. People are going, dude, the tie. Come on, seriously, what's going on there? Oh, I'm sure it is a Windsor knot. I mean, would have spent ages on it, but I'm amazed you could get close enough to it without going deaf. Anyway, that's probably why he was shouting that as well. That was glennzb TV for Tuesday. Thank you so much for having me up your Periscope. I will see you back here again tomorrow. No tie necessary.